Greetings. Here's Rahma's Sisterlocks. There are two primary reasons why I'm posting today. This is my third video. Thank you to all you guys who are subscribing. I think that's really sweet. I wanted to talk about two issues today. Firstly, this past Saturday, and today is actually Tuesday, I did the lock rollers. And if you recall, I wanted to sort of keep you posted on how they looked after a certain amount of time. It has been all day Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, 4 days. This is what they look like. Keep in mind, I tend to cover my hair all day during the day. So in my covering my hair, I pull it back into a bun and then I wrap my hair. So they have been pulled quite a bit. I think I still have a substantial curliness that would probably be even more if I was not covering my hair. Granted, I'm not covering it right now, but this is what it looks like. Hoping that you can see clearly. Let me turn around, trying to give you a better view. Again, it's been 4 days. I cover my hair during the daytime most of the time, so that requires me pulling it back, so that's obviously going to loosen the curl. I still have a substantial amount of curl and body, I think. Other than that, I don't do anything. I sleep with a satin bonnet on my hair most nights, but even when I do that, because it's long and it's going to aggravate me and it tends to have more body if I don't pull it back, I typically still loosely pull it back even when I sleep with the bonnet on. Although that's not all the time. So this is what they look like. I'm still pleased with them. I like them. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to do a few things differently. I'll keep you posted. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about has to do with my current hair care regimen. The two things that I do. Firstly, after washing, and then as a form of maintenance. When I wash my hair, I still am at the stage where I braid and band. It's been almost 2 years. I still braid and band, although the last maybe 50% of my washes in the last 3 months, you could say I did not braid and band. I was lazy, so I just got in the shower, wet my scalp, did this thingy here twice, rinsed out. I don't feel that that accounts for some of the issues I'm experiencing with my locks, because I had those when I was braiding and banding all the time. I do have some locks in here that are somewhat new. Like this one is new. You can tell it's very, very thin. This is one of the ones that I asked to have split. It's very, very thin. Now you can see some frizziness here. What you're going to see shortly as I continue this post is this one is going to start to do some strange things like my hair typically does. We'll talk about that more later and what it is I'm going to have to do. I can see some of it starting to bubble already, like right here. Take a look at that piece. That's going to drive me crazy. Anyway, once I shower and wash my hair, to help fight dry scalp and any dandruff, I do two things. Prior to actually wetting my hair, I take a spritz bottle of Listerine and I squirt this all over my hair. I let it sit maybe 5 minutes or so. I hop in the shower, I do my washing thing and with my body, and then I actually commence to washing my hair. Once I've washed my hair and I actually get out of the shower, in order to keep any mildew / fungus or dandruff or whatever from festering, I take what is I like to say antibacterial, antifungal spritz, and I spritz it all over my scalp very good to make sure that my scalp is saturated. I do that with my scalp. I massage it in and then I gently spray it to make sure it's on my hair. Alright, what is in this bottle? I use many different essential oils. You will find, if you are a person who is into aromatherapy and essential oils, you'll find all the beautiful, wonderful oils that God made have amazing ability to do just about anything in terms of healing the body from internally to external, and then from external internal. So I use them all sorts of ways. So on any given day I have maybe 60 different essential oils anyway. I choose specific ones depending upon what I'm looking for. I don't want something that's going to leave a nasty funky smell in my hair like tea tree oil or sage or thyme, even though those are wonderful oils for dandruff, dry scalp, things like that. I want something that's going to smell good, because for a while there I had this smell in my hair. I constantly will go around and I want to massage my scalp and see what it's smelling like, to see what other people are actually smelling. I'm like, what is that smell? You know. So anyway, what I put in here, there's a little bit of frankincense. These are the now oils. These are some of the cheaper oils. These are not therapeutic grade oils, which means that you cannot consume them internally. They don't have to be though, it's just for your hair. Frankincense. I ordered this from LuckyVitamin.com, but you can go into your average store and get these essential oils. LuckyVitamin.com gives you great discounts and great shipping. It's a wonderful site to look into. And then I use clove, which is wonderful. This oil also gets rid of parasites. You have to be careful with clove. It's extremely caustic, which means it can be a skin irritant. You will feel this when you put this on. Never put this directly on your skin. For example, if I were using it for acne, because this same spray will do wonders for my face and for various acne issues I deal with. But if you were using this for acne, you would need to very much dilute it in a water spritz before you put it on your skin. It will fight anything. It can kill so many things, but it is very much an irritant. So I use a little bit of clove. I also use lemon. Lemon is an antifungal, antibacterial / antiseptic. This is a now oil also. The clove is a different company. And I will use Oshadi and what is the other one? Oshadi is higher end when I'm using these for therapeutic benefits, such as maybe anxiety, stress, or if I'm going to be using it for something on my skin or an area that's more delicate, I'm going to use a more refined oil, one that is therapeutic grade. But these can be cheap oils because it's just going on my scalp. This is Ara Kakash or Kakaya, I believe it is. This one is lavender. If you had to sort of be like Noah and get on the boat and take one of every animal, but take one of all the important things that you were going to take on the boat, if you knew the apocalypse was coming, lavender is one of the oils that you would want to make sure you have, because lavender is good for everything. It's anti-inflammatory, antiviral, antiseptic, antibacterial. It's anti-everything. It's calming, it's soothing, anti-insomnia. It lifts the spirits, it relaxes and calms. It's an excellent oil. Keep lavender. If there's an oil that you spend money on, let it be lavender. Again, this is just for my hair, and then sometimes I burn them in a burner with water around my school location or at my home. So this is cheap, and because I use it so much, I need to have larger volumes of it. The other oil, which I hope I did not leave upstairs, I think which I did, but you can see it in here, is orange oil. This is the most refreshing and uplifting oil of all. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Now keep in mind, if you wanted to just do the lavender and the orange oil, you could. You don't have to do all of these oils that I have, but I keep so many on hand that I have found the synergistic blend that I like the most. So I also use the orange oil. Orange oil smells wonderful. So what I do is I put them in a spritz bottle. I fill my bottle about 7/8 of the way with water. I add various amounts of these in. I would say for your purposes, I would say to use in a bottle this size. I tend to use quite a bit, mind you. I would say to use in a bottle this size that is about 7/8 full. I use about 25 drops of orange oil. You don't have to use that much. That's probably considered excessive. I use about 15 of lavender, 5 of lemon, 4 or 5 of clove, and then 2 or 3 of frankincense. The blend that you get, it will smell good. It won't be offensive. Those oils go well together. You get a deep, earthy, yet citrusy smell. And all I do is make sure, especially I get into those areas where I tend to get a little bit more dandruff or dry scalp. This is going to fight it between washes, and it's going to help you eliminate it in general. Now I'm just putting it on my scalp. I massage it in. The smell is amazing. The smell is absolutely amazing. I put it all over. What I do make sure I do, which is important, is don't depend on the air to dry your hair, especially if you have thick locks. You need to make sure that you dry them with a dryer and get that process started if in fact you don't completely dry your hair. You don't want that moisture to stay in your locks and then begin to start to cause a mildew issue. Then you will actually be defeating the purpose. The oils will fight that, but you want the maximum benefit from your oil, so you want to make sure that when you spray it in, it dries in, and then that way your hair will smell good. You will have done your part in combating hair fungus and things like that. It's a wonderful spritz. And again, if your hair, I would normally do it to my ends a little bit, just a little, but not a lot. But I have the lock roller effects here from the little twist, so I don't want to mess that up. That's my regimen for when I have an issue with dandruff. Now, if I happen to have something come up during the week or whatever, because when I first got my locks, I did not wash them for many weeks because I didn't want the swelling, and I wanted to try to have them to set before I did anything. And trying to continue that same regimen was not a good thing, because eventually I did develop a little dryness. So now I wash my hair roughly every 2 weeks. And I tell when it needs to be washed because I look at my scalp. If I see anything in there that looks like it needs to be washed, or dandruff or dry scalp, I go ahead and wash it. I haven't washed my hair now in about a week, maybe longer, and there's no dry scalp or anything. My scalp is looking good. Again, I use this. This stuff is great. It smells wonderful. Now, I believe I mentioned to you last time how I switched my what I was using on my hair to actually moisturize it. I was using the Talia Wadjet, which does have mineral oil, which we hear we're not supposed to really kind of be a fan of. I don't know. I listened to my loctician and she's great. And I've loved the Talia Wadjet products. They are absolutely wonderful. It smells very good. I used it faithfully for a year and maybe 7 months almost. And I'm almost in year 2. Never really had a problem, I don't think. But once I started finding the lint in my hair, okay? And the lint, like I mentioned, is something that you can't get away from. It's going to be everywhere. You can't see it unless you're really meticulous and picky like I am. I'm going to see it because I'm going to find it. Whether I'm looking outside in the mirror, take my mirror outside, take my scarf off and look, I'm going to find something that looks white and I'm going to start in on it. So I began to see and realize that the lint is all over. Even though I always thought people that had lint, it was because they didn't maintain their hair. And I was pretty much told by people who see my hair, I don't have lint. I do have lint. And so do you. You have lint also. So what you want to do is try to minimize it. So anyway, I thought, well, maybe the mineral oil is helping my hair to pick up the lint. Anyways, I know mineral oil is a little heavier. And I know that while her oils are quality, there's something that's a little more closer to my natural hair sebum. And so I decided to go with jojoba oil. Now, I should have looked for this on the internet, but once I started to see the lint, I went crazy. I said, I don't care where I have to go. It was a Sunday afternoon. I'm going to buy this stuff. I bought the large size bottle because the bottle that is 4 ounces is 9, or actually it might have been 14 bucks. So I said, let me buy the 16 ounce one. It was $37.95. I hope you can get this cheaper on the internet. But the idea is to use it sparingly and to make sure that you are not abusing it. So what I do is I add this jojoba oil and my orange oil, because my orange oil, I love the smell of it. It is to die for. It smells so good. If you're a citrusy person and you like the orange and you like grapefruit or the lemon oil, use that. If you're someone that likes a woodier smell, you can use the sandalwood, you can use the frankincense. If you want something about in the middle, you can try the bergamot. Put this in a smaller container. I happen to actually use my Talia Wadjet bottle, which has the little spout on it that I cut a hole in that allows me to just sort of put it in certain places. But first of all, what I typically will do is I put a little bit in my hand. Once I put the orange oil in here and shake it up very well, look at that. I just got this jojoba oil on my skirt. Can you imagine? Look at that. I'm gonna have to use some baby powder to get that out. And I rub it like this, and I just go through my hair like this. It does a wonderful job. It is so light. I've tried avocado oil. Avocado oil makes it the softest. But this oil keeps it light, okay, which means I know it's going to attract less. And this is closest to the natural hair sebum. It is also antifungal, antibacterial, which means this is going to aid, or this is actually going to discourage any mold, mildew, or anything like that from getting in your hair. So I'll also put a little bit more on there, rub it on my fingertips, and just do this thing here throughout my hair. And that's really about it. That's really about it. It gives my hair a nice shine. Although it's so light, it doesn't weigh it down at all. And I can't tell you how wonderful it actually feels. It feels so good. Oh, it feels good. I don't know how those folks get away with those heavier pomades and things on their hair. I don't really want that. My hair will absorb this oil in a short amount of time, yet it will still feel good, and I know that my hair is getting the health benefit. Right in here is a very focal part of my hair. This is where the dreaded look is really starting to come. So I don't like when that area looks really dry. Yeah, I don't like the way it looks. So always make sure that I do this thing here with the oil right in these high impact areas. So again, I use the jojoba oil, which you can get from any natural food store. I use a lot of orange oil. If you were to see my Talia Wadjet bottle, let's say this were it, you might see about a little less than 1/4 of an inch. Let's say about, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch around the top of the orange oil. So once you mix it, make sure you actually shake it up very well so that when you put it in, you get a good mixture. Part jojoba oil, part essential oil. Now keep in mind the essential oils are extremely concentrated. So if you are someone who's very thrifty and so forth, you don't like to be wasteful, you really could get away with, let's say per 4 ounces, you could get away with less than 10 drops. It's going to be pungent, it's going to smell good, it's going to be fruity, and when you walk, people are going to smell it. You can smell it throughout the house. It smells wonderful. And it's the type of smell you'll never regret. And one thing I found since I've been doing my hair, since I've had the Sisterlocks, we can't use those smelly good shampoos. So we can't use those moisturizers either. So you know how when you used to get in the shower and wash your hair and get out, and it used to smell so good? If you don't put something on your hair, it might smell a little weird. That neutral smell is not going to smell good. And then after a few days, you're going to have that scalp smell, and you don't want that either. So you want this something in there that's going to make it smell good, make you feel good, boost your self-esteem, because as you breathe in these oils, the citrusy oils especially, these are immediate mood lifting oils. The amazing thing about these oils is that the molecules are so small that they immediately penetrate the bloodstream. If you inhale them, within moments you're going to feel the effect. It is a very relaxing and wonderful experience depending upon which particular oil you decide to use. The effect of it is almost instantaneous. So on that note, I'm going to get ready to close out. Next time around, I'll talk to you about what I make to wash my hair with. I make my own shampoo. I'll talk to you about that. I don't make my own shampoo. I enhance Dr. Bronner's shampoo. And then I want to talk to you about the specific issues I deal with in this area of my hair. You see how soft that hair is? It's not doing anything. It's a constant take out, plait up, or lock up each time I go to get a retightening, or every other time. And then we're going to go into the specific challenges I have with some of my particular locks. I'm going to find one that I'm actually going to take out for you and redo, or take out and patch it up. And I just want to thank you for your time. Let you know I appreciate you watching me. And it's because I had 58 subscribers over the weekend that I decided that I wouldn't be trifling and lazy and come home and get in the bed after working a long day, but that instead I would get on YouTube and I would bring knowledge and inspiration to the rest of my sisters out there who have decided to go the natural route. So I want to thank you for everything. Peace, power, happiness, and blissfulness to you. And thank you. This is Rahma's Sisterlocks. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I have enjoyed coming to you on this Saturday. On this Tuesday, April the 15th, 2014. Thanks a lot and have a wonderful evening.